Hello everybody, welcome back. Let's have a look at Bitcoin then, shall we? So performing a bounce from, I suppose, the zone, the area, a little bit of a wick below, but more or less the area that we were talking about yesterday. So, but I mean, there's not much to it, but that is the deal. So now what we're doing is having our bounce from, again, the zone that we spoke about being the range that we're intending to play, which is basically this. And like I say, we're not particularly interested in actually, I'm not particularly interested in trading Bitcoin at the moment. When Bitcoin is basically the distraction for the party, which is Altseason, which is a continuation of the Altseason since January. Bitcoin dominance breaking down further and further and further, pretty much on a daily basis. Almost every single week since mid-January it's been going down, and it still looks like it wants to come down more. Look, with the nature of the way that these altcoins are performing, especially the top cap ones, they're the ones that are going to be dragging this down, and that's good for the overall picture, which does lend itself to a continuation of all alts basically finding their day in the sun. We've got to base them upon their charts, and not just on the fact that they are altcoins. They do have to have good charts for them to run. And we established, it feels like quite a while ago, that the top cap coins, maybe about 7 or 8 weeks ago now, that they were the ones with the best charts on weekly charts, and they're the ones that lend themselves to the biggest moves. And we see that playing out. Obviously, we've got Ethereum now, we've got Litecoin, Chainlink's popping off, XRP, Doji. They're all popping. Ethereum Classic. We named a few of them on the channel. Just as examples. I mean, I wasn't trading all of them. I was just showing an example of what is likely to occur with the top caps, and now the top caps are rallying. So, with this in mind, with this sideways and possibly even sideways and down movement with Bitcoin, are we looking to continue with those alt rallies? I think we are, and the same strategy will apply. We buy the altcoin dips on the altcoins that appear strongest, or we set up bots for altcoins versus Bitcoin on trading bots. I set up a couple of them yesterday, in fact. Where are they? They're not there. They're here. So, these are my futures bots, and this is something I'm going to update everybody on. I was making a video on futures bots, but this is a good example of how this futures bot is pretty impressive. I started a futures trade up here with XRP, a futures bot trade, right? So in normal terms, if I was to set up a bot, if I was to set up a futures trade, so I'm going into margin trade, I was 10x. I started it here. In any realistic scenario, from where we are right now, that would be 80% down. At its max, that would have been 160% down. But somehow, even though I started this futures bot up here, I'm actually in profit by 35%. That's, I guess, one of the benefits of the futures bot. And again, I'm going to make more updates on this futures bot. But I suppose that's a good example of how forgiving this really is. It doesn't just limit your losses. In this instance, he's actually provided me profit in a downtrend with a futures trade. Pretty impressive stuff. Pretty impressive. I think I'm going to close them. Anyway, it's been a bit of a crazy. What was it? How long has it been going for? 2.5 days for me on this one, but it's nice to see that it's panned out okay. Like I say, pretty impressive stuff. But I was talking more along the lines of spot bots. So I've got two relatively top cap coins here, trading with quite large investments actually. These are to be seen as trading bots that are supposed to play the market for me versus Bitcoin. So EOS is already one of the ones that's popped off. Algo is yet to make any kind of move. It's kind of just meandering in the middle. The reason I'm bringing this to your attention is because I'm very much in favour of a continuation of Altseason plus a rotation into the smaller, well, they're not even smaller, but not the top 10 caps, but then down to the 20, to the 50, to the 100. A pure rotation is usually what I would expect to see, especially as Bitcoin dominance continues to make lower lows. And at the end of the day, worst case scenario, I'm hedged either way. I've got Bitcoin, I've got altcoins. It should work out okay in the end. So back to the chart, we are looking to probably find a temporary rejection point here, or just a bit of resistance, as the centre of the Bollinger Band, the green 50 exponential, and the 10 exponential all merge into this one zone. If we go to the 4-hourly, this is where one of the main battles is going to take place, trying to recover the 200 exponential on this 4-hourly. That way, it's not about getting a golden cross. You know, golden crosses are, you know, what do they call them? It's a red herring. It's not the be-all and end-all. What it is that we're looking for is divergence the other way. So a golden cross does have to happen, but it's not the signal that everybody thinks it is. It's just a sign of continuation and the strengthening of an uptrend, and that's what we're looking to see. That's what we want. We are obviously not there yet. We need to get above areas of, we'll call it $56,000 for Bitcoin for that to occur. For the moment, we are actually finding rejections on the first occasion up here at the green 50. That's to be expected. Like I say, this is a range, and this range, in my opinion, could even play out for weeks, maybe even the whole of May, and that definitely, if that is going to be the case, if it is going to play this range throughout a whole month's period, it definitely is going to lend itself to the concept that Altseason will continue as Bitcoin continues to be boring and altcoins are clearly popping off left, right and centre. Anyway, I'm going to leave it with you there. Thank you for watching, and yeah, stay tuned for more bot videos. I've got links for everything in the description below, including a free Telegram chat and Patreon channel if you want to take it further with your learning process, and like I say, discounted trading fees and this, that and the other for a multiple exchanges. Other than that, hope you have a nice day and take it easy.